Welcome back to Reels Movie Podcast. I am Z, and I'm here to take you back 15 years ago to do a review on the movie Hellboy. The remake, the revisiting, the reimagining, whatever you want to call it, of Hellboy comes out this weekend, and I figure this is a great time to review the original. A demon is raised from infancy after being conjured by and rescued from the Nazis, grows up to be a defender against the forces of darkness. If you don't know, Hellboy is based on the comic book that was released back in 1993. Back in the early 2000s, comic book movies weren't all the rage like they are now. They were only released maybe a few per year, rather than 5 plus is what we have now. The movie does tell two different stories. We learn about Hellboy and how he grew up with his dad, Broom, played by John Hurt. They keep Hellboy a secret as he fights monsters, and he's a part of the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. The second story revolves around Hellboy's love for Liz, played by Selma Blair, and a love triangle that's shoehorned with Hellboy's handler, Myers. Not really sure if he was a handler or not. The entire love triangle bullshit did nothing except stall the story and drag on the movie, add some runtime. We already know about Hellboy. He's a wisecracking smartass, loves cats, demon, hero. I don't think diving into his romantic life is going to help make a better story for him. His main relationship is with his dad, Broom, that they show throughout that he really respects him and he cares for him. It was easy to believe that Hellboy felt responsible for Broom's death when he went out stalking Myers and Liz on a coffee date. Let me remind you that him stalking on the coffee date all took place during the same time that monsters were out there killing people. So, yes, let's pause the movie, pause the story, and just shoehorn this pointless part of the movie. Don't get me wrong, Ron Perlman is absolutely magnificent in this role. There isn't enough positive words to really explain how great he is. He's legit pitch perfect for this role. There are many roles that are built for a certain actor, and Hellboy fits Perlman perfectly. Other than Perlman, everyone else was kind of just there. John Hurt was doing the best he can for what he had. As terrible as it sounds, Selma Blair was very forgettable. Perlman outshined everyone that's on screen with him, everyone around him. He pretty much outshined the movie. And the movie does suffer when it's not focused on him. The main story revolves around Hellboy and his friends trying to stop villain Rasputin from opening up a portal and ending the world. But he needs Hellboy to open the door to open the portal and bring death to Earth, I guess. There isn't much of a plot, the plot's very hokey, the villain's hokey and very predictable. One badass character is Rasputin's main assassin, which I will probably butcher the name, Karel Roden. He wears a gas mask, very handy with a gun, blades under his sleeves, kind of like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Part machine. He's kind of villain version of Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. He was total badass, and I wanted to see more of him. Rasputin, the main villain, didn't seem threatening at all and didn't seem any different than any other generic villain. Overall, this movie lacks an interesting, intriguing story. This was a passion project for Guillermo del Toro, who directed it and wrote it, and wonderful director. You know, he obviously has an Oscar for Shape of Water. Great director, but you can see he does put a lot of heart in this, but it just doesn't work. The makeup and special effects were great. Like every Del Toro movie, the special effects and makeup, costumes, they are just absolutely beautifully done. That he puts so much effort on the special effects and makeup, and this shows no different. But the story has just so many holes. It's faulted. It's just boring. My grade for Hellboy is a C minus. So thank you for listening to this review of Hellboy. If you like this episode, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below, hit the notification bell, then you'll always know when a new episode is posted. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later.